Posh Academy, we are good. Share to the group and then share to my story and then just share. Okay. Now how am I gonna find out if who's on here? And me, we are good. Oh, there we go. Hey, I was wondering where everybody was at. Okay, I see you guys now. So hey, Darlene, Stephanie, Cindy, Tamika. This is gonna feel weird because I'm not looking at the computer. So yeah, tell me guys that you guys are here. Tell me, who's here with me. I just want to say thank you for joining. This is Partial Late Night Biz, where I technically stream Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those guys that are actually new to my group, my platform, wherever you guys are right now, I am Precious Stevens, creator of the Posh Academy, and I technically go live Wednesday nights to kind of discuss different things. It could be draping, it could be business tips, it could be any kind of thing to help you along in your business, getting you further faster, right? So for tonight, I just kind of, hey, Dad. So tonight, so if you guys see me looking at my phone, because that's the only way I can see who here. So tonight, I pretty much just wanted to talk about some changes that is happening within the Posh Academy, different programs and things like that, as well as 3 smart business investments that you guys should be making right now. If you didn't make them previously, if you wasn't sure what to make, what to do, or anything like that, these 3 things not only have I done and still doing right now, they actually helped me. Everything that I've done this past month, there's no way I could have got it done by myself, right? Or without these different moves I've made and I'm telling you guys about, because some of you guys and I've talked to over the past 2 days, you're still having some kind of struggles in your business, and it don't have to be that way. Point blank is it don't have to be that way. You don't necessarily have to trade all of your hours for dollars, right? You don't is easier to say than do, but I'm telling you, when it's certain things in your business that can just help propel you a lot quicker. You can help achieve your goals faster. You can help get to the sales, get to the bag a lot faster, right? If you kind of just do some of these things. Hey, Angie. Hey, Nikki. So yeah, that's pretty much main thing I want to talk about is, y'all know I got to talk about my membership program that's launching in a few days. Some of you guys already got your emails. Thank you for your responses, because I just love when I send emails, and I've been really thinking about my emails, guys. So when you guys respond back, and some of you guys even reply and just say simple thank you, I just want you to know that I like that kind of stuff. So thank you for responding with a thank you. So yeah, so some of you guys got that stuff. If you were on the wait list, you would have gotten your confirmation email by now. If you are not on the wait list, or you did not get a confirmation, I tell you what, it would be very smart for you to do so. And I'm about to put the link in the comments now. Learn premium draping .com/waitlist. So if you guys have not got on the wait list, this is like the time to do so. It will be it will be closing out soon, in a matter of a few days, and then that's when everybody that's on there will get their emails. I see a lot of you guys did get on the wait list because the numbers like spiked within the past 24 hours. So you guys are smart, right? A lot of you guys joined over the past day or so. So I wanted to say definitely about the membership program. It is a recurring membership program, meaning every month you'll have new designs delivered to your portal. Not to mention, okay, so when you first sign up, right? When you first sign up, you'll automatically get access to bonuses. So everything that was in my portal before, a lot of you guys were asking like for stuff that I sold previously, like the weave tutorial, the ball garland, all that stuff is already as a bonus in the membership program. And each month it will be a new bonus release. It's nothing extra you have to buy. It's just going to be there every month on top of the training. Or it if you had any of my tutorials in the past, it would look in the terms of a tutorial. So it'll be a step-by-step process, where to get product, all of the links, any discounts if I was able to secure some for y'all, and 9 times out of 10 I did. So all that stuff will be there every month, and it's like graduating you all the way up to the big, the big stuff, which is like the tent draping, the ceiling draping. All of this stuff is going to be in there each month. It's a new tutorial. So I'm really excited about that. I know I told y'all that already, but I'm really excited about that because a lot of you guys been talking about tent draping. A lot of you guys been talking about draping outside, like especially now since that is like the thing. Some of you guys been having some difficulty, so we definitely cover that in detail. The not only outdoor tenting but also indoor tenting, because some people do tents inside, right? It's just like everything in the ceiling draping, and it's 3 different kinds of ceiling draping. They like they are like the big bonuses. So I like the membership program, like I mentioned to you guys yesterday, because you are not locked in to a 1-day training or something like that, and it is going to release to you guys fresh ideas, fresh content. And I'm loving my little invention I just created. Well, I've kind of been working on it for a while, but now it's finished. So it's going. A lot of you guys tend to struggle a little bit with pairing colors or pairing textures and things like that. I got the amazing tool that just is amazing. It figures it out for you. It does all the work. So that's going to be super dope. So that, like I said, that is releasing soon. I ain't gonna tell you the date. That's the whole purpose of being on the wait list. But it's very soon, quicker than you can imagine. You blink and it's gonna be here. So like, get on the wait list. Also with planning the profit, like that, I'm excited about that because we're doing some different things with that as well. So all of the members that's still in the program, they have some amazing bonuses coming, and it's no extra charge. So everything I had prior, like all of my contracts, all of my templates, even Canva templates, everything is going to be inside these programs, and it's going to be bonuses. It's going to be absolutely free. So I'm not doing individual tutorials anymore, although they did amazingly well. This is a great added bonus that I'm able to give those that's already in the programs. So that's how we're going to do that. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Denise. I ain't seen you in a while. Or talked to you, rather. I haven't talked to you in a while. So yeah, so that's that. So those 2 programs are amazing. I can't wait till they're finished. Now we do have another leg that you'll see it, but it's another leg that was COVID helped me develop, and that's going to be super dope and super amazing for those that's kind of gearing into branding, but ask a lot about I'm trying to say it without giving it away. But ask a lot about things like makeup and fashion and style shoots and things like that. So it's another leg that's branding, that's kind of branching and going to come on shortly. I want to finish this first, which is the Draping Design Membership Program. So you guys have been asking about that stuff. Guess what? It's coming. It's coming. So the goal here is to really kind of service your business needs as a whole, right? There's no sense in really learning how to drape. You can learn how to drape, but if you don't know how to price it, especially lately, a lot of you guys have been talking about pricing. If you don't know how to price it, or better yet, you don't know how to find the people that's going to pay that price, it's like you have a gap. You have a loophole where you still going to have some struggles. So let's just say, okay, now you're realizing what these loopholes are because maybe you are in the planning the profit program and you learned, right? So now you may have to work on some branding. You may have to work on some messaging. You may need your message amplified a little bit, right? You may need to learn what the words that you should be using in your copy. And your copy means in all of your advertising, right? So if that is the case, now you're going to the visual aspect of your business. A lot of you guys think it's just numbers. No, it's so much deeper than numbers, right? It's a lot. You got to get into the psychographics of what you're selling to get it sold. So some may need some help on the branding side, and that's everything as far as That's everything as far as branding isn't just logos, right? Branding, you want to kind of think of branding as a person. Branding is the person of your business. So when I ask you what does your brand replicate, what does your brand say, you should not talk to me about a logo. You should not talk to me about colors. You should not talk to me about any of that stuff. You should be able to identify your brand as if it's a person, meaning what is the style like, right? What's the language like? How does it make people feel, right? Is it feminine? Is it stoic? That is a brand. It goes so much further than fonts and colors and all. It's deeper than that. So as you guys see, you've seen those that have been with me, you've seen my brand evolve. Um, I get compliments all the time on like the how my branding is changing, but it's consistent. So I've been studying the whole branding thing for a while now. Not to say that I'm done, but it's a lot to branding. So some of you guys that you want to get into the graphics and things, but you really don't know how. And y'all know I do everything in Canva. I do. So sometimes you just need a template, right? So the templates are already available for you to go. You just pick up your colors and your words or whatever it is, and you throw it right on the template. So I'm excited about that because when I was first getting into social media, I couldn't. When I look at my posts back then and look at them now, and I just see how they have evolved and how now things are aesthetically pleasing to the eye as opposed to I just was drawing some stuff together. I ain't gonna lie, I was just throwing some stuff together. Hey, for back. So for back. Wait a minute, what were I talking? Yeah. So prime example. Like if you had Fabette have amazing services, like amazing services. She has people that want what she has. The one of the biggest things that like Fabette and other people go through is just not being able to understand who their ideal client is. So Fabette, I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. Understanding who their ideal client is, right? Everybody is not your client. Everyone is not your client. Stop thinking that. So a lot of you guys, if I ask like, who is your target audience? Some people say, it's very common. So even if you're thinking this, don't think that you are alone because you're not. So a lot of people say, anybody that's going to book or everybody. I service everyone. No, you don't. You're supposed to be targeting a specific person. You have to know what their issues are. Otherwise, how are you going to effectively talk to them about your services where they want to buy it, right? Not only want to buy it, but is willing to pay the price you want them to pay. I've been talking about pricing now for probably about 3 days now. I don't know. It's just been popping for the past 3 days. So those I may do, and it was very specific to backdrops. So I may do like a quick training on pricing. So if that's something that you guys would like to see, give me a 1 in the comments. Hey Kelly. So yeah, give me a 1 in the comments. Okay, so for that, if you are unavailable, still just reach out to me because I still want to know where you are in that process. So just when you're free tomorrow, because I'll be free up until 2. So just shoot me, send me a message so I could check up on you with that. But yeah, so give me a 1 in the comments if anyone is kind of, still struggling with pricing. And I'm specifically talking about backdrops because it is it's a little different, but I know since that's primarily what we talk about, then that's what I want to focus on. Okay, so I got a lot of 1s. Thanks, guys. Okay, so that's probably something I would be willing to do next Wednesday for Partially Night Biz. Do a pricing strategy. Might bring out my whiteboard, show you guys exactly how to break it down. And it's different ways you can do it. It really is. And what I don't want to do is and a lot of people took my pricing course and it has helped them dramatically. But what I don't want you to do and kind of want you to get away from is the numbers game. I should be able to ask you how much you want to charge, right? You shouldn't get hung up on exactly, you got 5 sashes on there, so you're going to add up all the sashes, and you have 50 panels, and you're going to add, that's too much work. It's too much. You should have your 3. Well, we're going to talk about that next week, though. Because I can get into that and talk about that all night long. But I ain't going to do that. So next week, that's what we're going to do for Partially Night Biz. Because it's been really circling a lot lately. But for today, what I want to tell you guys is I wrote down 3 things to tell you what I'm doing and what you should be doing. I know some of you guys got that COVID money. Some of you guys got the idle and the PPP and it's so many. It's just ridiculous. So it's some things. Some people and then some people are apprehensive on actually applying for it, in which I totally get it because I've been one of them people forever. Like, no, I don't. If it ain't mine, I don't want it, right? Or if I don't want to spend something that I don't have. I hate debt. But sometimes when opportunities stand you dead in the face, I mean, it don't make sense on why you're not doing it. So even for any of you guys that did get it and you don't know what to do with it, I'm gonna tell you right now. So number 1. Hey, Nikki. So number 1 is outsourcing. I mean, it can't get no easier than that. Like outsourcing, you can get so much more done by simply bringing on team members. Now, I think over the past 2 weeks, I have hired probably about seven team members, right? And I was able to look how fast they got done. If it was just me, I'm telling you guys, I've been in here so many times pulling my hair out because I know how to do almost everything in my business, especially when it comes to tech and all that. But look at how much time I've lost. It's been times I wasn't able to do Porch Late Night Beds. Why? Because I'm working on the back end of my business, or whatever it is. And for me, for you guys, this is like one of the most prominent things, valuable things that I'm able to do with my community, which is go live or broadcast. Like that's one of the biggest nurturing elements I have. So for me to not do that is hindering my business to a certain degree, right? So outsourcing, like you have to stop trading time for dollars. And some people think of outsourcing, and you guys tell me, because I'm looking down here in the comments. Hey, Tamika. So you guys tell me, when you think of outsourcing, like what is it that you think about? Some people think it has to be ridiculously expensive, and it don't. It's just the point of getting help, but getting help specifically where you need help. I know everything that I have lined up don't require me to be in this office. It requires me to be out there. It requires me to be filming. It requires me to be meeting with prospects. It requires me to be outside of this office. So I knew, but guess what? If I'm not in the office, if I didn't have somebody in the office or doing it, I wouldn't have a business because my business wouldn't run smoothly, right? So I had to sit there, and I did this, and I told you guys a few weeks ago, or told everybody that's in the program, how I did it. I sat down and made a list of what I was doing, especially the stuff that I didn't want to do. But I had to do it because it's necessary for my business. So I wrote down the list. And then I sat there and what book did I read? It was either Launch or Expert Secrets, one of them. And the way they broke down the different segments in your business, it just made freaking sense. Like I was like, I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm a boss. I'm a mogul. So I can't be at no desk being a mogul, right? And if that's where I'm setting my heights to, you don't see no moguls in the office. You may see them walking by with a briefcase or something like that, but no. So I had to make a list of everything I've done or was doing that I knew I didn't like. And then I had to put it in a segment. Like what part of my business is it? Is it a part of marketing? Is it a part of my fulfillment center? Is it a part of admin? Is it a part, like I had to break that down. And then I had to go and find exactly who would handle this area, right? And that's how I broke it down. So now it's no longer, just maybe me and some admins or some VAs. No, it's like I had to go find a video editor. I had to go find a project manager. I had to go find I had to go find 2 VAs. I had to find a marketing agency. I had to find a Facebook a Facebook ads person. It was like all these different team members. Ultimately, I had to bring on. Why? Because my goal is to scale and scale fast. Could I do all those different things? Yeah, but that's how long is it going to take? I'm only one person. Only got 2 hands and 10 fingers, right? And really 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. So how long is that going to take me? So the name of the book, Nikki, is either Launch by Jeff Walker, because I'm reading that one too. Well, I'm listening to it. I ain't reading it. Launch, or I'm going to put it in here. Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. y'all know I'm a book fanatic. Well, I'm an audio book fanatic. Right now, I'm reading 48 Laws of Power. Woo, Lord! I'm trying to tell you, it's you got to mentally strengthen your brain, especially if you. I recommend this for anybody, but especially service-based businesses, because you just have to really focus on, not even focus on, but you have to strengthen your mind to be able to understand, to be able to correlate, to be able to delegate, to be able to even just successfully operate a business how you want to operate it. Or not even that, just a lot of you guys want to leave your job. How can you leave your job if you are still stuck in an employee mindset? Employees and employees and employers think totally different. And learning that concept, I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you. Did I have an employee mindset? Yes, I did. I thought I had to do everything. And yeah, did I have businesses? Absolutely. But was I doing everything in the business? Absolutely. So no, employers find people to do it for them, right? It's like you, in order to be at the best at your game, to be operating at a high frequency, you can't be running amok in your business, being a slave pretty much, right? So I'm serious. Don't laugh, Denise. I'm serious. So that was like the main thing. Outsourcing. When you guys think of outsourcing, like what is the first thing that come to mind? Do you think it's expensive? Do you think you don't know what to outsource? Do you think you can't afford it? Like tell me in the comments, because I'm kind of want to know, because so many people, first thing they say is they want to make this kind of money, but they trying to do everything in their business, or they too scared to hire where they need to hire, or too scared to invest where they need to invest, but still have the desire to grow or break the 6-figure ceiling or whatever that is. It's going to take you so much time and effort and frustration and tears, right? You continuously do it by yourself. So nobody think, okay, so Nikki, the cost to invest in is really, you got to more or less think of the cost to not investing, right? The cost to not investing is, and it's interesting because I can't wait to get on our phone call tomorrow, because we're going into mindset, and ultimately things affect you according to how you think about it, right? So if you think outsourcing is, like you said, you can't afford, okay, cool. Can't afford it. Right. So if you guys thinking that you can't afford it, because it's common, because I thought the same thing too, until I was able to adapt a different mindset and think of, I cannot not afford it, right? It's like, is it costly? It can be, but it's your business. You set the tone, you set the amount of what you have to invest, but you should be really looking at your return. I know if I invest, it could be something that's $100 a week. I know if I invest $100 a week into a VA or whatever that is, 9 times out of 10, if they're doing their work, they're attracting more people to my business. So that little $100 is nothing. If I could just sell one program and make $1,000. Would I not spend that $100, right? Just different things, and I'm just playing with numbers just because you have to look at it in a way. What are you losing? You're really losing big time by trying to do everything on your own. She said social media. Why social media bring you tears? Right, Ty, I get it. Ty, I get it. You say doing it all to cut the cost. I'm telling you, I did the same thing, because man, when I oh my God, y'all know your girl holds on to them coins, right? I wasn't hiring nobody. I wasn't hiring no coach. I wasn't hiring no VAs. No, I wasn't doing anything, because I felt you tend to look at the tasks that you delegate, or like things that you could use help with, and then it's mentally you're going to tell yourself, "Oh, I could do that," but then you're going to keep telling yourself you could do that, and then guess what? Some stuff not going to get done because you're only one person. And then ultimately you are losing money. Things that you make investments for, and you really should be only making investments to things that's going to bring money to your business, right? So ultimately, you're really losing more money. When I had my previous team before COVID even happened, when I had them on board, guys, I'm telling you, that was my first time, and I didn't even really do a lot of work. I wasn't in the office. I was able to do a lot of recording, and I was live a lot because I had time to do that kind of stuff, right? That was my biggest month ever. And it was, for me, it was like, oh, is this what 2020 gonna look like? It was like, oh, okay. But did the team cost me? Absolutely, it did cost me a lot. But guess what? I'd have never hit that milestone on making my biggest month ever. That would have never happened if it was all me. So you gotta be able to look at the return, and that's how you should be mentally thinking about it, right? Like, yeah, sometimes you probably think, well, hey, I can't afford to invest in outsourcing. You can't afford not to, right? And you don't have to be a big old ridiculous amount. You just find that one thing, like Murray said. Murray said, social media. Give it to somebody else. Murray, don't sit and play around with no social media. It do not cost. I mean, now VAs can range anywhere from, depending on where you get them from $5 to $20 an hour. Think of how much can get done if they doing an hour a day. An hour a day. So you let's just say you spend $50 a week, but look at the traction or the what they're bringing to your business, the value that they're bringing to your business that you 9 times out of 10 you wouldn't have did. Why? Because you ain't on social media. I cracks myself up. But yes, that's I'm telling you guys, y'all know I don't really fool with IG like that. I really don't. Because why? It's not that I don't like the platform. It's too much work. I can't be there, here, YouTube. It's too much. But now that your girl got some help, I surely am over there. And was I able to land 2 clients in 2 days? So would it not make sense for me to, it just wouldn't make sense for me to not hire help so they can help me grow and help me scale. The biggest thing is hiring the right help though, because you be having some lames out there. It really do be. So the biggest thing, honestly, is hiring the right kind of help. And you, if that's the case, you should be vetting, right? You should be vetting. Look now, especially if it's like something, a big project or if it's pricey, I need to see an example of your work. Don't just tell me you know how to create some graphics. Where they at? Let me see them, right? Let me be the judge. Because they may think that is all the world. They may think it's amazing. And you look at it like, nah, I don't want that. So, check out your vetting process, right? But like Smita, I hope I'm saying this right. Smita. Hey, Misha. So Smita, I agree. Another thing is you do have to know how to delegate. This was my problem in the beginning as well, because I wasn't a good delegator, right? I could give you some instructions, but 9 times out of 10, I'm a dibble dabble because I'm so used to doing it myself. And honestly, when you're used to doing things yourself, you're not looking at it or processing the process. You're not even keeping track of a process. And I'm quite sure a lot of you guys may not even have SOPs, right? Because you're not even mentally thinking, one, that's something you need, especially if you're doing it yourself. But if you are getting to the place where you are bringing on team members, you should have SOPs in place. You ain't got to do a lot of talking. It's all written out. Like my SOPs is step by step. Boom, 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 boom. Well, although we do communicate. But it's not necessary unless I'm adding a new task, maybe something I didn't do yet. Like now I'm adding a whole lot of new stuff because I'm able to grow. And I'm only able to grow. Why? Because, tell me in the comments, y'all know, I have a team. And that is ultimately the goal of having team members. You can just have one person as a VA or whatever it is. Ultimately, the goal is supposed to help your business grow. If that's not happening, then that's not a good relationship. When you bring people on, for one, they should understand, one, what the role is, two, exactly what their description, the job duties are, and understand what's the big woo-ha, like what are the milestones, what are we, what are realistically, what are our deliverables. So when you say you don't know how to delegate, you can really start with yourself. The easiest way, well, this is how I did it. The easiest way, like I said, once I knew I had an inclination, because I ran into this problem, having a team and like, oh, I don't really know what to tell them. I'm just so used to doing it myself. So I would sit down and I would write out my processes, right? Something as simple as adding people to my group. I write down the process, exactly what I do. I write the questions down, right? So if I'm doing it on an aspect of an ad, then I get into the group, or where you gotta let people in. So the first thing I do, I'll skim through the names, right? Make sure ain't no weird names popping out. And then I hit a button that allows people in, and it takes all of their information, adds it to a database. So I'm collecting information. So the point I'm making is everything I do, I wrote it down. And after I wrote it down all the way to the last step, which is when I tag them in a welcome post, I put all that in a SOP. That is the systems. What is this dog doing? That is the entire process for something as simple as adding members to the group. You guys should be doing this. I remember you said that, Deneen. So start with you. As you're doing things in your business, write it down. Write down exactly what you do. In the morning, if you're checking emails, okay, boom, I am checking emails. Then if you're replying, I am replying. You're creating a process that you ultimately want someone else to follow. And you want them to do it the same way you do it. You don't want to delegate a task and say, okay, here's my inbox, just respond. They're going to be confused, like, what? Okay, what am I supposed to say? So you should be really setting your business up for success. And the earlier you do it, the more you're inclined to succeed, right? You don't want to wait. Like, especially now, that's why I keep trying to tell you guys, now is the best time to really get your business foundation in order, get your systems in order. Because when this thing blow, or when whatever the new normal going to be, and you may got to do some restructuring. I had to do a whole restructuring. I sure did. But now I'm in position to do whatever I want to do. So you don't want to wait until things lift and then things is at its normal. And then guess what? You still in the back playing with systems and or don't have systems. And now everybody, when they're out there looking for event designers, event planners, balloon people, you getting overlooked because your stuff is whack or it's not intact or you can't handle the volume. If you had, it's so easy to go viral well, it's not easy, but it has the ability to happen, to go viral. So if you went viral and let's just say 100 people, like, hey, I need your services. Is your business in the position to be able to help it, right? To be able to handle it? Are you in position to be able to handle it? And if not, you got to think of like, okay, where's the loophole? Where's the gap? What's happening? What do I need to do to make sure I can sustain, right? You don't want to. I ain't in the business to turn down no money. I surely am not. So unless it's not good money. But you really now should be doing all that stuff as far as making sure your business systems, making sure your workflows, making sure your client experience. Guys, I think it was when I switched over to Kartra, man, it was havoc. I swear, it was havoc on me because I've always had a smooth transition. I've always had a smooth client experience. And Kartra was just a little different for me. It just drove me nuts. So I had to go get the specialist. Like, look, this. So that is like, did I want to have to make that investment? Absolutely not. But when you care about your people, your audience, it's just things you're going to have to do because you have to kind of put yourself in their shoes. You wouldn't want to experience that. I know I wouldn't. I would get frustrated, right? So it's just certain things in your business you're going to have to do to make sure you take care of your people. She said, "Oh my God." Right. So what did that feel like? So just imagine if that 3 was 10 more, right? How is your follow-up game, right? Is your follow-up game on point? I just created an entire system today. It took me about 30 minutes, but I'm like, I got so many inquiries, it was ridiculous. And I get inquiries all the time, but I'm like, okay, now that I know I made a shift, now this is going to be a new thing. So for me, private sessions is going to be a new thing. So I had to create a whole entire experience for that. So yeah, like, what does your follow-up game look like? Like I never really followed up previously. Like here lately, of course I do, but previously I was like, okay, they must not be interested. But then I had to really realize it's not that necessarily that people aren't interested. For one, it could be they forgot. Or it could be so many different things. It's ridiculous. But when you go and follow up with your prospects or your potential clients, that is like that's already a good indicator that, for one, you have business etiquette, right? Some people they just don't follow up, and they figure that, oh, the people don't, maybe they couldn't afford me, or maybe they just not interested, or maybe they found somebody else. That's that thinking I just got finished telling you guys about. That's that mindset stuff. Like, no, if you have a prospect, for one, they inquired about your services for a reason. And then once, however your process looks, if if you guys had a little consult or whatever, and you got the green light, you feel comfortable and want to move forward with them, but now you're kind of waiting for their correspondence, it's your duty to push yourself out there and want their business. Like, people really tend to move or make decisions quicker when you are eager to work with them. Well, you act in a way, or not act in a way, because it should be real. You are in a way like you want their business. It really makes people feel warmer to you. Hey D, it makes people warm up to you. So yeah, so like all that stuff, you should be really looking at your business in a way you are the client, right? Look at their experience. Go through if you have workflows, right? Go through them, see if they make sense. Because sometimes, normally, if I do an audit on my clients, like their business workflow, is normally one or two areas that's like, okay, you dropped the ball. But you could do that yourself. Go through your entire workflow. If they finding you on your website, click whatever button, or if they finding you on social media, go through that process as if you were a customer. And see if it's like cohesive. See if it's a nice transition. See if you have those. I know Facebook have those automated messages. They drive me nuts. I'm telling you guys. I don't know. I even have to take mine off because they drive me nuts. And people do not like being responded to by a computer or a bot, a message bot. People don't like it. It's a turn off. So I'm going to advise you guys. If you don't believe me, do your research. I'm telling you, people don't like it. It makes it seem as if, it's not personable. And that's going to be the initial, probably the initial contact that they have with you. Now, unless it's like after hours, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it should be a bot. But if it's like you're open for business, not like it should be you. They reaching out to you. They're not reaching out to your help desk. Hey, Dad. So, yeah. So tonight I'm talking about 3 smart investments that you should be making in your business right now. So the second one is, the first one was outsourcing. So the second one is automation, right? Which is a little bit I just talked about right now. So automation, boy, I swear, automation saved me a ton. Like, it was so many, and there's still a lot of moving parts in my business right now. And if the biggest part of my business is automated. If I had to sit there and manually answer emails, answer inquiries, do all that stuff, I would lose a lot of money because people, their attention span is short. Nobody want to sit around and wait for you to get back to them, or they got to wait for you to send a proposal, or they got to wait. That's a lot. I know me, my attention span is very short. I'm a Gemini, true Gemini. I'm not going to wait for all that. That's too much. So by the time, you're sitting around you playing with your paperwork, I done already reached out to maybe 3, 4 of the people, and whoever got their business in order, 9 times out of 10, they got my business, right? The handwritten contracts and like, what you doing? This is 2020. I get it. Some people do things, good old natural way, but the key to growth and the key to scaling is automation. Your business should be able to run when you're on vacation, right? Things should still move in and out. I don't know if you got like, products, or if people are able to buy, like if you have e-com or anything like that, business should still be rolling while you on the beach somewhere sipping on a Mai Tai or whatever it is, your choice. Dad, I thank you. You said you can't stand them. I can't stand them. I can't. The bots. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Denise. I don't want to miss your question. I'm gonna answer it. So for automation, yeah. So you definitely should be investing in systems, right? Systems. When somebody they should be signing up to work with you, right? To find out stuff. But you should already know so much about their event or about their cake or about their whatever it is before you guys even get on the phone. You want to maximize your time as much as possible. So if you guys is doing a call, a consultation call, or whatever the case may be, you should already have your vetted questions, your information, that whatever is going on. So let's just say if it's an event, you should already know basic stuff about their budget. You should already know. You could go into colors if you want, but that's not like a make or break kind of question. But budget, oh, that's a big one. I need to know a budget before we even gonna get on the phone. I just do, because you're wasting time. Wow, then you gotta think of how much is an hour of your time, right? Because 9 times out of 10, consultations take anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, right? But if you already have all the information you need to where when you spend the bulk of the consultation on other pertinent stuff other than, budget and dates and all that stuff, then you're able to get more out of the consultation. You know how some people, they're not comfortable talking about money, right? So the whole budget thing is just how it is. It's not something they don't want to talk about. So if you're putting that on your, let's say your pre-screening questions, on it's very easy. And if some people, honestly, some people don't have a budget, or they're not inclined to know what a realistic budget is. So you give them some options. Just have some check boxes or something. 0 to 5,000, or 5,000 to 7,000, or whatever. You need to have an idea. I know if most of my coaching programs, let's just say for example, is $2,000 and more, but on my vetting process or on my call, and some of you guys have been on that sheet, it say I don't have any money to invest. Oh, then there's no reason for us to have a call at that point, because the whole call is to help you in some way for your business, and that takes an investment, right? So if you guys have a wedding and you have your check boxes, and you know that you're not doing anything less than $2,500, and I'm just throwing a number out there, there's nothing to it, but if you know that that's your bottom line, like you don't do anything less than that, and they check the $1,000 box, that's not your client. And it's really, at that point, is no need for you to further entertain, because you're going to frustrate yourself. Because if you know that your bottom line is 25, like that's what you need for you to feel good, then when you start working them lower end clients and them, oh my God, you're gonna be so frustrated, because it's gonna come with a lot of nitpicking. It's just gonna come with a lot of frustration. Normally, that's how those type of customers, those type of clients are. If you already know what you said, what makes you happy. That's why normally if I ask, I do Google Forms. I don't now because everything's in my system, but I did do Google Forms. I did. So yeah, if my whole thing with pricing is you should know what your goal is, your number, your big aha, right? And if you know you're trying to make 6 figures in 6 months, right? Because it's totally doable. If you know that that's the goal, you shouldn't be out here chasing $500,000. That's So again, we talk about that mindset. You have to really position your business to be in front of those people that's paying $5,000, $10,000. Not only that, but you have to have invested in your business, whether it's time or money, to where that is what you're producing. Can't say you want a $10,000 client, but you're producing $2,500 work. Like, then again, you're setting unrealistic expectations, right? But if you know what you're investing in your business, you know that your skills are on point, you know that you have the ability and you can serve that kind of market, but for some reason you're not visible to them, then yeah, you got to do some marketing work, or you got to find out where those people are, because they exist. So many people that I work with, my clients, tell me, oh, they don't spend that kind of money here. Yes, they do. You just don't know where they at. You're not going to tell me people aren't having $25,000, $50,000, whatever it is, in any kind of part of the world. Oh, like where we are. They are. You just don't know where they are, or you're looking in the wrong places, right? You have to really get key and laser focus on where these people are. Where do they hang out? What do they say? Are you even saying things that's going to be attractive to them, right? The language have to correlate to things that they resonate with, right? Thank you, Nikki. Right. So that's like key. That is really key. What are you saying on your social pages? Right? What are you saying out of your mouth? Right? When you are pitching your services, your products, we know what we do, right? But what our spend on it is not really important. Like I know exactly what I do. I do break backdrops, right? But you will never hear me say that because that's just okay, blatantly what it is. If I am trying to attract people or I'm trying to attract event professionals that's attracted to premium draping, oh, I don't just do backdrops, baby. I do premium draping. That's going to wow your clients. That's going to attract hot. You got to put the language in there that what people want. Anybody could create a freaking backdrop, right? But where are your juicy words? Where is that juicy text that's going to get people to say, oh man, I need what she got. That is the whole point. And hey, Bonnie, that is the whole point. And really learning, I don't know how I got on talking about language and idea and messaging and all that. But the point was automation. Really being able to create a streamlined process for your potential clients. That is the stuff that people are attracted to. When people see you take your business serious, it's like an automatic demand of don't play with me. Don't come to me with the $500 budget because I can't explain it. It's just exactly what the mentality is. And then you are perceived that way. And if you are perceived to have a high, a premium brand, then you're going to attract a different kind of client. I'm telling you, it all goes to the psychographics, right? People have to see the value in what you're offering. If they don't see the value, they don't care about the price. They really don't. It just has to be something that they want and being able to deliver the result that they want. That's why I always tell you guys, and it's a strategy to pricing. It is, but I don't get into the numbers game. I don't, because I know what I have. I know anything that I normally position, I normally sell. I didn't put my foot in that baby. So it's valuable. And I know I create things that people want. Why? Because I listen to my people. I got a million ideas in my head. I want to run with a couple of them right now, but I'm not because nobody asked about that. So I'm like, I don't want to go and put all the work into this thing and it's crickets. So no, they got to kind of sit on the back burner and I just have to create what people want. So at the end of the day, it's not about a price, right? It's not about a price because it's just having that solution. And that's what you guys got to look for. There's so many problems going on right now. Some of you guys have found some amazing solutions. Like it's two of my clients right now. I couldn't believe, I don't know why I ain't think of this thing. I'm like, what? That's $1 million idea, right? So that's the key. So tonight, you guys like scour whatever your niche is in the, in this industry and find out what the problems are, right? Look at them, just price them, you're going through yourself. Create a solution. That is what's going to be your $1 million idea. You may not have to worry about the weddings canceling. So what, baby? I got this product over here that's killing it. That is the key. That's why I always strive to be. I'm an innovator. That's what I've always been that way. I don't. You could drop me in the middle of a desert. Guess what? I'm coming out that thing with $1 million. I swear to God, I'm coming out that thing with $1 million, baby. Thank you, Alara. So Denise, it's not that I'm far ahead, because honestly, so many people think I've been doing this thing for so long, and that is so far from the truth. I haven't. Prior to September of 2016, I wasn't thinking about this. I was in a whole different sector, right? I wasn't thinking about any of this. So it's not that I'm so far ahead. It's just that I approach things with intention. I approach things knowing exactly what my goals are. I'm not going to play with it because now once the veil was lifted and I saw the abilities and the changes that it was able to create in my life, and then I saw the impact that I was able to create in other people's lives, I ain't doing nothing else. Anything I do has to be related to ultimately my vision. And I don't care if COVID come, I don't care if COVID come or MOVID come. Guess what? The Posh Academy is going to have something going on because people they're going to eat something. Hey, Trina. Yeah, so Dad, I get it. You definitely work on your niche. I always advise everybody to niche down. I don't care what you got, because this industry isn't an industry. It is, but it's so many different segments. And once you niche down, I'd rather be in the blue sea, right? Even though it's just draping, and but that's like a small component to this huge industry. You got balloons and floral, and now you got the yard side. It's just a lot. So we're not doing all that. We want to focus on one. We want to deliver one solution, and we want to maximize that audience, right? So niche down. If you got cookies, niche them down too. They could be vegan cookies, or, and I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, no matter what lane you are in, make it so specific. That way your product, your services, or whatever it is you have, has the ability to stand out even more. When you sit there and everybody doing balloons, okay, well, what kind of yours gonna be, right? They don't. Yours can be very specific, and that way, because it's businesses everywhere, right? When you get your marketing like just down, it's so, guys, it's just so easy. It's not, and I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's easier when you are so super clear on your audience, right? You so super clear on exactly what they want, and you so super clear on the production of your delivery. Marketing is, I used to get so overwhelmed with marketing, guys. I swear to God, I was like, oh my God, I gotta go through all this just to get a sale. Now it's like I can send an email, boom, ching 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 ching. I could create a post, boom, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's just that easy. But you have to learn the different elements that go into marketing. And I'm telling you, it's easy. And you'll develop. What happens is, once you kind of get into it and you learn it, and you'll start to develop the language. It'll just be natural. It'll just be natural. And then people, guess what? That they're going to be attracted to that. Because once you tune into people and the people you want to work with, and you operate from a place of integrity, they're gonna line up. They're gonna just be down to work with you. A lot of people that work with me, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, because it's not like I invented this thing. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the things that I teach and I pass on, I learned from different sources, right? And I tweaked and tweaked and tweaked, and then I took parts that worked for me, and I delivered things. I created products. I created services. So a lot of people that decide to work with me, it ain't like they ain't heard from somewhere else. They could, but 9 times out of 10, it's probably my chemistry. It's probably my personality. It's probably how I simplify things. We don't want guys to think that much into it. It's too much. It's too much. It ain't that hard. Let's just keep it simple. Calm and core strategies. Calm and core. The who, what, when, why, where, and how. I'm telling you, you'll get your answer every time when you answer those questions. Right. So the whole perfecting thing, Trina, I get it. But guess what? I don't do that no more. I don't, because I don't. But guys, I used to sit there and not put stuff out because it's not good enough. It's not perfect. Nope. It's good enough for whoever want it right now. If it ain't good enough for somebody else, again, it ain't for them. It's for who want it right now. And well, the kind of person I am, I'm gonna perfect that thing as I go along. Because for me, since I'm a vivid learner, I'm never going to have a perfect product. Because I feel no matter what I have, no matter what I do, no matter what I sell, it can always be improved upon. So what you have right now, I guarantee you somebody and somebody's want it. Just how it is right now. I'm telling you, it's good enough. And then as you grow and perfect it or improve upon it, because it's not, people drive me nuts when they say that. Oh, I'm going to perfect it. It's never going to be perfect. For one, it's yours. And you are emotionally attached to it. And creatives, what? We always dibbling and dabbling. Like, oh, let me try. Oh, how many times did you sit there, Trina, and your depletes wasn't good enough for the backdrop? I'm like, child, you better leave that alone. It was I still go through that with my stuff. And people are looking at it like, oh my God, it's so perfect. And I'm like, no, but guess what? People was already attracted to it. People saw it and booked my class. So that is exactly what I mean by stop letting perfectionism rob you of some coins. Because y'all know how I get. I'm telling you, stop letting perfection rob you of your coins. Somebody is at a lower status than, at a lower level than you, right? At a lower level, they probably just getting in the game, or they probably, so you have so much valuable nuggets that they need, that they're willing to pay for, and you're going to keep learning, because you same thing. You're constantly investing in yourself. You're constantly in different programs, taking different classes, making the right investments that you need to make to help your business grow. So let's just say you perfect it, right? Whatever the it is. Let's just say you perfect it. Then 6 months down the line, some new trendy thing came out. What the heck is that? Some new trendy thing came out. Now what you gonna do? You gonna go back from scratch and do another whole thing and perfect that? No, absolutely not. Only thing you want to do is continuously improve upon what you have. And when you do that, honestly, you're building credibility. You're making it so much easier for people to want to ultimately buy from you, because they see that you are constantly adding value to the investments that they made into your business. It works, I'm telling you. Say it again, Nikki. Say it again. She said, yes, Trina, you can't do that any longer. I'm telling you, if COVID really hurt a lot of people, but COVID helped a lot of people too. I'm one of them people. It really did. Like, it just puts things in perspective of, you gotta strike while the iron is hot, baby. You can't be waiting around, playing around like, no, I'm gonna see what they do, or I'm gonna wait to, no, I'm jumping off mountaintops for whatever I have. And guess what? It's gonna land on exactly who it's supposed to land on. And those that don't catch it, it ain't for them. Period. It ain't for them. And then as I grow, as I learn, guess what? Those people that bought that, I'm taking them with me, because I'm going to improve upon it. So now they get the added bonuses and all this good stuff, because they've invested in me, and this is my way of being invested in them. So that is, go ahead and put your stuff out there, baby. I'm trying to tell you. And if you need some help, I'm right here. If you need some help, I'm right here. It's really not as difficult. Once you have the pipeline, start plugging that stuff in. Guys, I'm telling you, I was so frustrated with this program. It just was a lot of work. But the minute I was able to bring my team on, they just made this, I felt like I just ate some warm butter cookies, because they just made it so easy. Oh, excuse me. Jesus Christ. They made it so easy, and they just made it make sense, right? They made it make sense. So put your stuff out there, Trina. That's all I'm going to say. Put it out there. It's good enough. Somebody want it. Yeah, it's good enough. So automation. Make sure your automation is on point. And then we're about to wrap up. Last thing, and this is a tricky one, because I've talked about this in the group earlier. I also talked about it with one of my clients. Coaching. So many of you guys, I will always have a coach. Let me just put that out there. I will always have a coach, but I will always vet my coach, because y'all know how it is. I ain't even got to get into it. Y'all know how it is. Coaching sometimes can, and now it seems like it can be scammy in a way, right? It can be scammy. So first thing is understanding the difference between a coach and a mentor. And if you're lucky enough, you should have both. You should have both. Oh, look at that. Alira started catering again. I hear it. Yeah, so coaches and mentors are different. So mentors, for one, that you don't pay a mentor. A mentor is, a person that kind of guides you throughout all of your stuff, right? It could be life, it could be relationships, it could be business, it could be personal development, it could be anything, right? or it could be all of the things. That is what mentors do. Mentors is kind of like your sounding board, kind of give you, some motivation, some, whatever it is that you need in the form of mentorship, right? Totally different from a coach. Coach is very streamlined. A coach has a purpose, right? And the purpose is based upon your goals. So a mentor, y'all talking about whatever. Y'all can be talking about the funnies in the newspapers if you want to. That's a mentor. But 9 times out of 10, it's supposed to be something motivational, inspiring, things like that, right? Coaches, we're talking about something specific that can be measured at the end of our coaching session. And coaching sessions varies. So it could be a week, it could be 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever it is. But there are measurable goals that the coach is, that's the whole reason for you hiring a coach. So if you are trying to, let's just say, reach 6 figures, right? A plan is devised, stick to the plan, you're coached throughout the process of the plan, boom, let's measure these goals, however you guys doing it weekly or whatever it is. It's very different. A coach is pretty much just to kind of keep you on track of your business goals and provide direction and tell you how to get there. Because obviously you don't know. That's why you need a coach. So I'm trying to be a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire. I don't know how to be a millionaire. If I did, I would be one, wouldn't I? I don't know how to do that. So guess what? My coach has to be millionaire status. And if that is ultimately the goal, right? Then they know exactly how to get there. Why they know? Because they there. They there, they are there. They are there. So it's like I've had maybe about 4 or 5 coaches since being in this segment of my business, right? Not all of them panned out. Not all of them panned out. Some people just slap the coach on their name and don't really understand what they're supposed to be doing. But one thing I can say is those experiences really taught me the kind of coach not to be, right? Not to be. So you kind of look at experiences, and again, this is that mindset thing, because when I was going through the first couple of experiences, sister girl was pissed off, and I wasn't able to look the other way or turn the other cheek. I was pissed off. But now, I'm able to think of it in a way of, okay, I still got something out of it. It wasn't what I was supposed to get. But I got some valuable stuff out of it because it helped shape me to be a better coach. So Smita, tell me if I'm saying your name wrong. I hope I'm not. So when you're looking for a coach, one of the biggest things you want to do is make sure that they are knowledgeable of whatever area you're looking for a coach. If you are having relationship problems, you shouldn't be looking for a business coach, right? Because that's not their area. If you are having some business issues, you shouldn't be looking for a life coach, right? Although sometimes life coaches, they do kind of piggyback on both. But me, I want a coach that streamlines for specifically what I want. So that's the key. Another thing, how I take it a step further is, I don't want just a general business coach. I want someone that is knowledgeable of my area of interest. If I service event professionals, I want a coach that knows the market, because I don't want a coach that's coaching people about doing hair. It's different. It's a little different. So I want coaches that knows about the industry, right? Knows about trends, knows about my audience, things like that, because they're able to coach me more effectively, as opposed to, guys, my last situation, every time you ask a question, it's like, I don't know about that. Like, what? So, oh my God. So that's the main thing. So I like finding coaches that people know. So I would look for a referral-based coach, because obviously someone had great results. These days, I don't really look at the reviews when it comes to stuff like that, because people be having their cousins leave reviews, like all kinds of craziness. I've seen it. So I'm like, no, I can't trust that. But if somebody verbally tell me or refer someone to me, like, they had great results with them, or, they are a reputable coach or something like that, then yeah, I'm 9 times 10 I'm going to check them out. But then I'm also looking at that, like I just told you guys, I'm looking at their processes, right? I'm looking at their brand, and I'm looking at like how I contact them. I'm looking at the entire process, because if their stuff jacked up, how they gonna coach me on any kind of branding or messaging or anything, right? So that's the key. Definitely look you want to look for people that is knowledgeable in your area of interest, right? So if it's life coach, business coach, relationship coach. Wait a minute. Y'all are funny. So Smita, that's how you look for a coach. Biggest thing is I love referrals. I'll ask people in the industry that I know have a coach or experienced a coach, and I'll let them know exactly what my issues are, because I don't want, if my issue is messaging, right? Like I'm trying to really get my my pitch and all that good stuff. I don't want a coach just talking to me about how to sell. Like, no, we're not talking about how to sell. First, let's start here, which is messaging. So many coaches tend to think that they cover everything, and that to me is a big indicator of um what is it, oh my god, something of all but master of none, jack of all trades, master of none, right? Like something has to have your full attention to where you've mastered something. So I look for people that has mastered something, and normally, like I said, I like people when I've been able to see their growth, or if I've been able to see more than them just jumping on lives running their mouth, right? Because that's just what a lot of people do. So just be very cautious of that. Also, oh, she said it went dark on us.